I was asked a lot of questions by the fellas, so I decided to put them all together and make a spot out of them. Here's a few of them right here. Yes, sir. How are you?
Just fine, Bob.
What's your name?
Kevin Wattenberger.
Where you from?
Pasco, Washington.
Really? And what's your question?
You visit Washington a lot.
Yeah.
How is the Commander-in-Chief?
Nancy's fine. Now, let me tell you, Ronnie loves you guys and the job you're doing over here. Last time I was at the White House, he made me sit through Hellcats of the Navy 6 times. Pretty good. What's your name?
Pasco Borrego.
Where you from?
Maui, Hawaii.
What do you want to ask?
I was just wondering, why do you bring these beautiful women with you?
What do you want me to do, bring beautiful boys? What's your name?
Let's go forever.
Where you from?
California.
Just California, gentlemen?
Moraga, California.
Okay. And what is your question?
Why did you bring Phyllis Diller with you?
Phyllis Diller. She wasn't available. Her face was ready to make the trip, but her body was in dry dock. Besides, with all that money Phyllis has spent on her body, she won't go anywhere where women have to wear veils, believe me. Thank you. Where are you from?
Indiana.
Indiana? No kidding. And you want to ask a question?
Yes, I do.
What is it?
I'd like to know what your wife says about you leaving home at Christmas.
She didn't know I left. Is that it? Thank you very much. You got a question?
Yes, sir.
Where are you from?
I'm from Detroit, Michigan.
What's your question?
Okay, I'd like to know what's your least favorite thing about making these tours to foreign lands?
Well, actually, it's all the vaccinations you have to take, you know. I now have so many holes in me, when I walk out to pick up the mail, I water the azaleas. Got to be careful. He carries a gap. Where are you from?
Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta, Georgia. Sure, the crossroads of the world. Doesn't make any difference where you're going, to hell or heaven. You got to go through Atlanta, don't you? What's your question?
Have you ever been sorry you do what you do instead of working for a living?
No. Singular sensation, every little step she takes.
One thrilling combination, every move that he makes.
One smile and suddenly nobody else will do.
You know you'll never be lonely with you. No, who? One
Moment in her presence and you can't forget the rest.
for the guy is second best to none. Hun, ooh, shy, give her your attention. Do I really have to mention she's the one?
Singular sensation, every little step she takes.
One thrilling combination, every move that he makes.
One smile and suddenly nobody else will do.
You know you'll never be lonely with you. No, who? One
Moment in her presence and you can't forget the rest.
for the guy is second best to none. Hun, ooh, shy, give her your attention. Do I really
are loading our gear so we can take off for Aviano, Italy, a beautiful base at the foot of the Alps. Yes, sir, an 8-hour trip. There we had breakfast, had a little rest, and while they were refueling our plane, Colonel Musselwhite showed us around and really took care of us. We did take time out for some autographs. Then we were back in the air. We flew 1,000 miles to the Azores, but the heavy winds wouldn't let us land, so we had to turn around and go into Rota, Spain. We didn't know we were going to Rota, and they didn't know we were coming, but our crack crew just kicked their know-how into overdrive. They put together a stage, and the base put together an audience, and we were into another show. Is this amazing? In our business, you don't know where you're going to wind up, huh? We're supposed to be in the Azores tonight. You know that, don't you? And they wouldn't allow us to land in the Azores. They said it was because of the winds. I think somebody told them we were coming. I got that feeling when we flew over the runway and they had a big sign on it that said, "Closed for better jokes." But I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be anywhere with that wind around there, I'll tell you that. And we were looking forward to going to the Azores, but I've been here a couple times before, and I've always enjoyed myself, so I'm happy to be back. And here we are in Rota, right near Gibraltar, and some lovely topless beaches. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're kind of between a rock and some soft stuff. And they have what they call tapas hopping over here. Is that right? Tapas is free snack food. If you go from bar to bar, you can eat your dinner free. Whoever thought our Navy men would someday be going bar hopping looking for finger food? I've done jokes in the middle of the Indian Ocean, the Arabian Sea, the Persian Gulf, and now we're in Spain. I don't know if I can work on land again. But I think I've successfully combined the lives of a comedian and a sailor. I've got a writer in every port now. And I need them, believe me. I've seen what you guys have in every port, and my writers are prettier. And 2 of them are bald. But then so are a few of yours, I think. We saw Gibraltar as we flew in. It's the biggest piece of rock in the world. It looks like a Navy biscuit on steroids. Thank you. One of the best moments of the show was the finale, when we all sang the traditional favorite. Connie Stevens will lead us in Silent Night.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin, mother and child. Holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly peace. Would y'all join us? Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round virgin, mother and child. Oh,
Have a great New Year, you hear? We love you. Well, we're on our way home. In just 8 days, we traveled some 27,000 miles and entertained thousands of servicemen. Now it was time for the last leg of our whirlwind trip around the world. We're going home with lots of memories of some fine young Americans. Our thanks to Frank Carlucci, our Secretary of Defense, whose cooperation, help, and encouragement smoothed the way wherever we went. And thanks to Captain Dennis Kelly and his crew, who made our trip as safe and pleasant as it was. General Cassidy's dedicated and efficient team was always there to serve the meals, fluff up the pillows, and try to get some color back into my knuckles after every takeoff. The C-141 was our home for almost 27,000 miles and about 60 hours of our trip. We worked on board, ate on board, but mostly we caught up on our nap time. Here's a trooper who knows how to keep from losing her luggage. She sleeps on it. During the holiday season, there's no place on earth where the true spirit of Christmas, the spirit of giving, is stronger than with these guys. And that's the same spirit of Christmas giving that motivates the USO, an organization that needs your support as long as we have men and women in uniform. The fellas tell me that Wayne Newton did a fine show over here for the USO a few months ago and delighted everybody. I wish we had time to show you everything. We did 2 comedy sketches, one about Santa Claus running for president, and the other was a love scene with Miss USA. Here's a brief look at the Santa Claus sketch.
So you expect to run for president? You, St. Nicholas?
Why can't a saint run for president? We've already got 2 preachers. In this sketch, I play Casanova with 2 intruders from the audience, Mike Rohrer and Bruce Lester. Boy, we may have to send out for a search party, I'll tell you that. Wait, look up. Stand up on it. Get up on it.
No.
We felt bad about missing the Azores because of high winds, so on our flight home we did a radio show from the cockpit with Mike Newport, a disc jockey there. He played it for everyone on the base. Maybe one day these USO shows will no longer be necessary. Our world will be at peace. It may take a miracle, but after all, isn't that what Christmas is all about? We join these servicemen and women in a Christmas prayer that soon they'll be able to leave their lonely outposts. Peace on earth and goodwill toward men will replace the threat of war everywhere. I'm sure that each of you echoes that fervent wish. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and good night.
I'm Boyd Madsen.
I'm Maria Shriver. Wake up to 90 minutes of news and exciting features on Sunday Today.
Plus world events, weather, and sports.
Get a jump on the week with Sunday Today.
I'm Bryant Gumbel. Next week on Today, Lana Turner's daughter, Cheryl Crane.
I'm Jane Pauley. Also, Tony Danza, Cher, and Robin Williams.
That's next week on Today.